Ew! And welcome back to the Southern Snack where life is too short to be serious. I think one of my common confusions and frustrations with Crumbl is how they do their mystery week. Like, you could go like 2 months without a mystery week, it feels like, and then within the span of 3 weeks, you get 2 of them. I don't know. I really, it kind of confuses me, but it is what it is. I know some people out there would love to do mystery week every week, but some of us kind of get shortchanged. So I changed it up today. Did not go to my usual Hampton, Virginia location because I'm sending y'all a message. Don't do basic cookies for mystery week. Now, caramel cake hasn't been in the lineup for a while, so you know, it's not the worst option, but it's not a very good cookie. It really isn't. It's very basic. So we skipped out on that. We took a chance and we went to Greenbrier, which is in Chesapeake. Now, there's only one employee here, and I can't say the cookies look amazing, but yeah, like this peanut butter cookie, the PB&J that I got my hands on, is probably the thinnest Crumbl cookie I have ever gotten. But again, one employee. It's a newer location. I think it's been open a couple months or so. But, you know, it's got to be a little bit better. It's got to, I know staffing's hard to get these days, but things got to get better, right? So my hopes and my fingers crossed for them to kind of improve as time goes on. But I think this is a solid variety. It may not have, you know, some of the flavors that you might prefer, but you know, peach pie is interesting. Churro is a crowd pleaser. I love Reese's. The Reese's cookie is amazing. Triple chocolate chip, I think, is a bit of a waste. It really, you lose touch with the white chocolate, and it's just a very chocolatey cookie. That's all that is. But we'll go ahead and post for a thumbnail. I apologize for what the cookies look like, and I've elaborated it. No point in sitting here and, you know, trying to explain that over and over again. You know what's going on. So peach pie is the new cookie. It's supposed to have crumbly cookies on top. Again, that's not going to affect the flavor because you already have that on the bottom. It's a sugar cookie with peach pie filling. Wholly artificial. That is what I have to, that's my reaction right now is, wow, this thing smells super artificial. Now it does have peach pieces in it, so we gotta hold out hope. But man, ooh, I mean, that's a little bit much on the cookie side. I would have preferred the thickness of that to be transferred over to my peanut butter and jelly cookie. But yeah, let's go ahead and try it. It's a mix of some natural peaches with some artificial sugary mixture. It's not the worst thing you can get, but it's not the best, right? It almost feels as if you take one of those peach cups, you dump that, and you throw some sugar in there, make it a little bit thick, and you dump that onto this sugar cookie. Will some people love this cookie? I'm sure there will be people that say, wow. I think it's okay. I think it's different. It's interesting. A lot of people are like, it's not summer. Why are we getting this? Well, Crumbl's trying to do a pie cookie each week for Thanksgiving. But they've been really weird about it this year. Like, you would have thought, okay, apple pie, pecan pie, pumpkin pie, stuff like that. But no, we're getting pistachio pie, peanut butter pie, peach pie. Pumpkin pie's next week. It's like, what's going on, Crumbl? What's with these weird flavors? Not even French silk pie. Wow, I don't. It's weird, but 6 out of 10. It's just a little bit artificial to me, but it's interesting, right? Let's just keep it clean and we're going to get to the exciting parts as we move on. So that's triple chocolate chip for anyone that doesn't know. And I'm just cutting whatever piece I can get. I want some white chocolate. Ooh, that thing is soft. Making a mess over here. Soft and gooey. I mean, we ain't even got a piece of cookie at this point. But yeah, lots of white chocolate. So let's see what happens. When there's lots of white chocolate, that's amazing. It's so creamy. And like, it's not just a chocolate cookie. You've got, but for me, that's a little bit unbalanced too, though. I'm getting a good mix of white chocolate and dark chocolate. Maybe I get some milkiness in there too. Maybe it's not as unbalanced as I thought. Yeah, it's actually really good when it's loaded. Maybe not the most amazing cookie you'll ever have, but like all the different levels there. I'd go as far as say on a great day, it's an 8.5. On a bad day, you could say it's probably like a 7, maybe even a 6. But that was today, great day. I'll give it 8.5 just because of the dynamic of that creamy white chocolate plus milk and dark chocolates. It's all together. So yeah, I mean, when they loaded up on that white chocolate, man, oh man, that's a step up. So that one surprised me. 8.5 today. Reese's, they call it peanut butter cup now. Again, this peanut butter cookie's kind of flat too. I don't know when she was making the peanut butter cookies if the dough that she did it wrong or what, but as you can see, a little flat. They're usually a bit thicker, right? So find my little knife here and get me some peanut butter cookies. So it's got peanut butter topping, Reese's on top, got the whole shebang of amazingness. And I think Reese's is supposed to be mixed in, if I remember correctly, but just that mix of sweet and salty Reese's flavor is perfection. It's melty, it's gooey, it's delicious. It's Reese's. Now this one's kind of a little cold, but it's still, the flavor, so good. Hard to top. 10 out of 10. And I love a fancy peanut butter cookie. I hate their OG, their basic one, but the PB&J, the Reese's, you got me all day, right? So Churro. This one's a crowd pleaser, just like Snickerdoodle cupcake. We're going to cut a small piece, or whatever I jurisdict as a small piece. The icing she did was a little sloppy, but it looks kind of pretty. Looks almost up to par. So this one looks pretty gooey, right? Very solid look to it. So let's go ahead and try it out. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. It all comes down when it comes between Snickerdoodle cupcake and Snickerdoodle cupcake and Churro. The big difference here is that they're the same cookie, different icing. One's got cream cheese. One has buttercream. Now with the buttercream, it kind of can remind you a little bit of that icing, that cinnamon icing you get, the cinnamon butter at Texas Roadhouse. I was drawing a blank somehow, but Texas Roadhouse's cinnamon butter. That's what it is, but it's super rich. Like, that just knocks me out. And usually buttercream doesn't do that for me. I feel like a lot of times cream cheese can be a little bit more sweeter for me, but that one's a little too rich. I still think it's really good. It's still a crowd pleaser, and I would give it an 8. But now that I think about it, I would really love to try Snickerdoodle cupcake and Churro side by side. I think in this situation, I would probably prefer Snickerdoodle cupcake. I would think it's a little less sweet. Both are crowd pleasers. Both are very sweet. But I think that one really takes the cake, or takes the cookie for sweetness. All right, so PB&J. And this is the mystery cookie here in Greenbrier. I love PB&J. A lot of people do. That's a lot of peanut butter icing. I'll give them credit for that. Wish they gave you a little bit more of that raspberry topping, but this one is an icon. I'll tell you what. Just so beautiful, so delicious. But before I end this review with trying this, I forgot to ask y'all, please subscribe. Likes are important. Comments are important. I try to reply. I do reply at some point. It may be a month down the road, but I will reply to you. But yeah, we got lots of reviews coming. We got Chick-fil-A, Arby's, KFC, Starbucks Red Cup. Don't get mad. You can tell me to boycott them all you want. I'm not listening to you. All corporations are guilty of doing some really bad things. So, Crumbl may be an exception. But a lot of these companies are not as good as you think. If you go and you eat fast food ever, you should feel guilty too, right? That's just that. But yeah, so lots of videos, lots of reviews. I'm ready to see this Red Cup. I don't know if anyone's leaked it yet. I'm sure they have. I'm sure somewhere on the TikTok world, despite people telling everyone to boycott Starbucks, I'm sure somebody has leaked it to the chimes of boycott Starbucks, support Palestine. And yes, you know, we should all stand together, be against these toxic wars. But you know, boycotting a corporation's not going to do anything. Y'all know that, right? It's not. They already have money. If they want to shut down, they can shut down and they'll be just fine. It'll be you guys losing in the end. That's just the sad reality. And this is a beautiful cookie. So don't be sad. Be glad. And enjoy Mystery Week. All right. I said there wasn't enough raspberry jam, but no, there was enough. That's plenty. I just need to spread it out a little bit better, make sure it's all layered out. Something felt a little bit off with that cookie, but again, like when it's completely 100% correct, no question about it, it's gonna be a 10 out of 10. Always, forever. That mix of sweet and salty, that raspberry fruitiness to it, the peanut butter, it's just so good. It's just so good. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed this review. If your mystery cookie's solid, this is definitely a week to go try it out. Very solid lineup. So other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the comments. But yeah, don't get mad at me if I support a company. I support them all. And I know that they all got deep, dark roots. I know that. But boycotting them is not going to do anything for me, for you, or anybody. That's just the sad reality of it. So do what you can as an individual to be good and be a light. But if you think boycotting someone or telling other people to boycott something is going to do anything, it's not. It's not. So anyways, hopefully I'll see y'all around.